Hi, I'm Adam Znady, and today we're going to look at a couple of ways we can make analog and tactile visuals to go along with our music. Now, this isn't just for musicians. If you're a visual artist, a filmmaker, someone who does events, or someone who's just kind of interested in this kind of thing, I think you might find something kind of valuable here. The reason I'm aiming this towards musicians is that, one, this is kind of a music-focused channel, and two, as musicians, we do frequently need some kind of visual aspect to our music, whether it's for music videos, visualizers, and projecting stuff at live shows, etc. Now, we can just download stuff from YouTube, go to a stock video site, or God forbid, use AI to generate something. On the AI thing, I know there's some nuance there. You can be really creative with it, especially a couple of years ago where it wasn't as easily accessible. When I was making the video for my song Infomercial Overdrive, I spent hours figuring out how to use some pretty rudimentary prompts in code to generate and stitch together about 100 animations to make the background visuals. Anyway, the three methods we're going to look at today are the following. Firstly, creating analog feedback with a DV camcorder. This is a Canon 3 CCD XM1. This will be split into two different sections. The first one using an iMac, basically as a CRT monitor. That's a cathode ray tube monitor, basically like an old TV. We're also going to see if we can get some different results from an LCD screen. Secondly, we'll create some rotating visuals using a record player and some physical items from around the house. And thirdly, just a quick look at how we can make some beautiful single color physical textures. Okay. Let's do it. So to begin with, we're going to connect the camera via Firewire to the iMac and point it directly at the live capture window. Unfortunately, the live capture window won't go full screen, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but hey, we'll just zoom in. Okay, from here, we just experiment. Zoom in, zoom out, find different sweet spots where the feedback does different interesting things. We can just leave it in one position on the tripod, or we can hold it by hand. Here's some of the results I got. Okay, next we're going to use this LCD TV, but this time we're going to come out of the AV out on the camera and plug into the video Y input on the TV. Same thing as before, find some different angles, zoom in and out, try and find a sweet spot. Sometimes waving my hand in front of the camera will make it do something fun, but what really made a difference was when I started shining my phone torch back into the camera. Let's create some rotating visuals with this turntable. You're going to need one that doesn't automatically bring the needle arm over. Generally, your older or higher end turntables will be ideal. Now with some of them, you can just lift the top right up, but with this one, I had to unscrew it. Now if you've got some clothes with some fun textures and colors, go and grab those, let's experiment. Let's try something different. Now, if you've got a tomato and some glitter paint, you can get pretty weird. Why not try cucumber? Cucumber, 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 cucumber. Delicious. Now, this third one's the easiest to do, especially if you can't get your hands on any of the other equipment. Go buy yourself a pack of colored paper. Set it up in front of your camera and just film it. That's what I use for all the colored backgrounds of my titles, like these. You can also invert the colors to get a wider palette and animate them like this. So we barely scratched the surface here, but I hope this gives you a few ideas to experiment with. You can find some cheap DV cameras on eBay or Marketplace, and hopefully you've got a friend with a record player who doesn't mind you using it for these kind of shenanigans. One thing I do recommend checking out is this guy who used a DV camera to create a kind of feedback flight simulator. I'll put a link in the description. Anyway, have fun, take risks, make weird stuff. If you found this helpful and you want to support me, please consider going over to Bandcamp and buying my music. Follow me in all the places. Why not give a like? Wow. Why not leave a comment? Wow. Why not subscribe? And then just unsubscribe when you realize what you've done. Thank you. Goodbye. Spotify.